Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's edition of Spirit Talks with Catherine. I'm very excited today because I realized when I looked at my calendar that today actually marks the 11-year anniversary of Journey Healers. And I remember back when I first started Journey Healers, how scared and excited I was. Basically, the whole journey of it started when I was watching this TV show called Starting Over, which was about these life coaches. There was two life coaches, and they worked with these women in this house, and they all had moved into this house. I think there was about 6 women. And they had moved into this house, and they started to work one-on-one with the life coaches to help them deal with the struggles and the obstacles that they were facing. So there was like a single mom, there was a woman who was losing her eyesight, there was a woman who was wanting to be a musician but didn't want to follow in her sister's footsteps. Actually, I believe her sister was Toni Braxton. Anyways, these women were working with these life coaches, and their lives were just completely transformed on TV. And I remember watching and just being like, wow, that is what I want to be able to do for people. I want to be able to help people and guide people into this new path or into this new transformation, regardless as to what their struggles are. And so I had started actually working with the life coaches that were on the TV program, and any of the exercises that they were giving to the women in the house, I started doing them for myself. And this was before I even realized that I was going to be opening a business. As I started to work on this stuff for myself, I started to realize all of these different areas in my life that I wasn't happy. And so I decided to change that. And that took me out of a marriage that I was in, and it took me into a new relationship. And it also meant a complete dismantling of basically every single story that I had ever told myself. And when I started Journey Healers, the idea was to be a life coach, and I had no training. And I was 23 years old, and I had 6 children. My husband came with 3, and I came with 3. Together we had 6. And yet somehow I thought, I'm a life coach, and I've got this really down pat. And I was writing my first book, and I was just in this place of like being absolutely certain that this is what I wanted to do. And so I ended up taking some courses on life coaching, which were just absolutely phenomenal. And the interesting thing is that life coaching was the passion. And yet life coaching opened the door to all of these other new areas that I hadn't even realized existed in the first place. I got my hypnosis certificate. I got certified in Reiki, which just opened this whole door to this whole other world of like spirituality and working with the universe and manifesting and all of this great stuff that I'd never been taught about throughout my whole life. And I started doing readings for people and connecting with those who had crossed over. And it was absolutely amazing. The past 11 years have been absolutely amazing. And the clients, each of you, have been so incredible on my journey, whether it's just reaching out to ask questions, whether it's giving me feedback, whether it's coming in and actually working one-on-one with me, or you're a part of a group or a class that I'm teaching. Everything has absolutely been phenomenal. And it's been incredible to look back and to remember what those struggles were back in the beginning when I first started. Because man, is it ever hard to believe in yourself and to believe in a vision that you're not even sure you can even see yourself. Because all I knew when I started my business was I wanted to help people. And what the universe does when you start off with a vision like that, I want to help people, I want to help everybody, is they start to send you everybody. And they start to send you all the people who need help. And sometimes they're not people who want help. They're just people who need help. And so there was a lot of learning lessons for me and a lot of a lot of me having to face my own shit, a lot of me having to deal with my own lack of belief in myself, my own old wounds that we're still carrying forward. I had to overcome a lot of fears, and even me doing these videos now, this is actually something that I resisted for a very long time. I didn't want to be on camera. I thought I was too fat, my teeth weren't right, my makeup, my hair, whatever. And so I stopped myself because I was like, can't do it. And what I'm actually realizing, even now, I mean, we're 11 years into the business, and these videos are just something that I finally started allowing myself to do last year. And yet, when you're in your flow and when you're going after something that the universe is actually telling you that this is what you need to do, things start to really shift in some really magnificent ways. The biggest obstacle you're ever going to have to overcome is yourself. Because I really had nothing standing in my way. Yeah, there was experiences happening out here. I mean, we had the 6 kids. I had to take care of them and stuff. But really, I used them as an excuse to not actually get off my ass and do anything about what it was that I was wanting to do. And it wasn't until, I would say, probably 6 years ago that my business really started to take a turn, because I really started to take a turn, and I started to value myself, and I started to see my own worth, and I started to see that I was completely limitless in what I was creating. And so I guess my message for you guys today is that if you're starting a business, or if you're running a business right now, or if you have an idea for a business or for a book or whatever the case might be, believe in yourself, believe in your vision, believe in whatever that spark is within you. Allow yourself to trust it. Allow yourself to take that extra step towards what those dreams are for you, to take that chance on yourself, to get your voice out there, to get your voice heard. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to show up in your own world, because I promise you, when you do that, you're only going to be met with rewards. The universe is just going to go, I'm so glad that you're showing up in the ultimate gift of who you are. And then they'll start to present you with all of these new opportunities and all of these new ways for you to continue to show up. And know this, that I believe that you can do this. I believe 100% with all of my heart that you have what it takes to be able to create your most magnificent life ever. I'm living proof that it's possible. And if I can do it, then it means that you can do it too. And this isn't some sort of sales gimmick or anything like that, because I don't even care if you ever call me up and book an appointment. That's okay. What I want is for you to show up in your own life, for you to trust in yourself, for you to trust in your talents, and for you to show up in the ways that the universe is asking you to show up now. Trust in yourself, celebrate you. And I'm so glad that you joined me here today. And I'm so glad that you're here in your own life. And the universe has picked you for a reason. So allow yourself to shine, because there's no other way to be. Have a great day, guys, and enjoy yourself.